Are these celebrity couples real or just Hollywood PR stunts? In Hollywood, love stories can be as scripted as the movies, but how many of these A-list romances are the real deal, and how many are just really good marketing? What could a pop megastar and a football champ possibly have in common with a reality TV queen and an indie movie heartthrob? On paper, not much. But when you look a little closer, you can almost see the PR strings being pulled. Today, we're investigating Hollywood's most talked about couples, from Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce to Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. We're trying to answer the question on everyone's mind: is it true love or is it just a brilliant PR campaign? We'll break down the evidence, from suspiciously perfect photo ops to anonymous insider tips, to figure out what's really going on behind the headlines. Before we jump in, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out. Number 1, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, the power couple paradox. Let's start with the couple that has owned the headlines for the better part of 2 years, Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. When news of their romance broke in the fall of 2023, the world was hooked. It was the perfect story, the biggest pop star on the planet, and a charismatic 2-time Super Bowl champ. But with that much power comes a whole lot of questions. Mainly, is this a real relationship or the smartest brand partnership in history? Look, the case for this being real is pretty strong. Friends of the couple swear it's authentic. Travis himself said it all happened very organically, insisting that when the cameras are off, they're just two people that are in love. The origin story is already iconic. Travis went to an Eras Tour show in the summer of 2023, made a friendship bracelet with his number on it, and then talked about it on his podcast. Taylor heard it, thought it was metal as hell, and they started hanging out privately long before she ever showed up to a Chiefs game. That quiet start suggests they wanted to build something real away from the public chaos. Since then, their support for each other has been anything but quiet. Taylor was a regular at Chiefs games through their 2023 and 2024 seasons, cheering him on all the way to 2 Super Bowls. In return, Travis has flown all over the world during his off-season for her Eras Tour, even making a surprise appearance on stage in London. Friends say they bond over the weird reality of performing for millions of people. Of course, the PR argument is almost too perfect to ignore. The timing and the benefits for both sides are huge. The NFL got a massive new audience thanks to the Taylor Swift effect. And Taylor, who was already on top of the world, became even more woven into American culture. Skeptics see their public appearances, the stadium visits, the post-game kisses, as a little too picture-perfect. The relationship has created non-stop media coverage, boosting both of their brands to insane new heights. The argument isn't that there are no genuine feelings, but maybe that those feelings are being managed and packaged for the biggest possible impact. So what's with it? Number 2, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, the rebranding romance. Next up is probably the most unexpected celebrity couple in recent memory, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. When rumors about them started in April 2023, the internet basically broke. This pairing seemed to come from 2 different universes, which is exactly why the PR stunt theories started flying. The argument that this is a strategic move is pretty convincing. For Kylie, dating a respected, critically acclaimed actor like Timothée is a major brand shift. It elevates her image beyond the reality TV sphere and into the more highbrow world of art and film, a full-on quiet luxury rebrand. For Timothée, the upside is a massive boost in name recognition. It takes him from indie darling to a household name on a Kardashian level, keeping him in the headlines between movie releases. The timing of their public debut was also a bit suspicious. After months of rumors, they went public in a big way at a Beyoncé concert in September 2023, followed by a tour of high-profile events like the Golden Globes and New York Fashion Week. To critics, this slow, controlled reveal felt less like a budding romance, and more like a well-executed media strategy. But there's a lot of evidence that Timothée is the real deal. After those initial appearances, they've been seen together constantly, often in more casual, private settings. They've gone on dates in New York, hit up Lakers games, and he's reportedly spent time with her kids, Stormy and Air. Sources close to them have said for a while that it's serious, and that her family loves him. He's supposedly in awe of everything she's built, and she's his biggest fan. After nearly 2 years, they've vacationed together and even walked the red carpet at an awards show in Italy in May 2025. That kind of integration into each other's family and personal lives points to something real. This one is tough. The relationship is definitely a brilliant rebranding opportunity for both of them. But its lasting power and the blending of their private lives make it hard to write off as just a stunt. It's very possible that what started as a surprising fling has turned into a real, committed relationship. It feels like a real romance that just so happens to be strategically brilliant. Number 3, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, the fairytale that curdled. You can't talk about celebrity couples without talking about the epic, 2-decade saga of Bennifer. When Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck got back together in 2021, it felt like a fairy tale. They got married in 2022, only for the dream to sour, with news of their separation and divorce filing hitting in 2024. It left fans with whiplash, and one big question: was this a real second chance, or just a nostalgia trip that was doomed from the start? The argument for it being true love is rooted in their history. Their first relationship in the early 2000s was famously destroyed by intense media pressure. So when they reunited, it seemed like a story of two people finding their way back to each other as adults who could handle the spotlight. They had history, they understood each other, and the connection seemed powerful and real. J.Lo even financed her own documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told, to chronicle their reunion, a project she framed as deeply personal. But the PR theory is just as strong. Their reunion came right after their respective high-profile breakups. Getting one of the most iconic couples of the 2000s back together was a guaranteed media sensation, giving both of their careers a massive boost. Their public appearances often felt perfectly staged for the cameras. And then the cracks started to show. In early 2024, rumors of trouble started when Lopez attended the Met Gala, which she was co-chairing, all by herself. Affleck was missing from her movie premieres. The divorce filing in August 2024 confirmed months of speculation, with reports stating they had been separated since April. Sources close to Affleck allegedly said he felt the whole thing was a fever dream, and that he had come to his senses. That kind of talk makes it sound like a fantasy that couldn't survive reality. It seems the same issues that broke them up the first time, mainly their different approaches to fame and privacy, came back to haunt them. The love was probably real, but the perfect fairy tale narrative they sold to the public? That might have been the real stunt. Number 4. Tom Holland and Zendaya, the private powerhouse. Now for a couple that seems to be the exact opposite of a PR stunt: Tom Holland and Zendaya. Their romance grew out of a friendship they built on the set of the Spider-Man movies. For years they shut down dating rumors, but after they were photographed kissing in a car in 2021, the secret was out. Since then they've been intensely private, which makes their rare public moments feel even more special. Honestly, almost everything about them points to a real relationship. The biggest piece of evidence is how hard they work to keep their life together out of the spotlight. Tom has said it himself: "Our relationship is something that we are incredibly protective of, and we want to keep as sacred as possible." In an industry where relationships are currency, their privacy is a choice. Their public interactions always feel natural, not staged. They support each other's careers, but they do it quietly, with sweet comments on social media posts instead of splashy red carpet appearances. Rumors of an engagement have been swirling for a while, especially after Zendaya was spotted wearing a big diamond ring at the Golden Globes in January 2025. While they haven't officially confirmed anything, their commitment seems obvious. They appear to be taking their time and focusing on their careers, a refreshingly normal approach for two of the biggest stars in the world. It's really hard to build a case for this being a PR stunt. The most cynical take is that their real-life romance helps keep the Spider-Man magic alive for Marvel, but that feels like a stretch. Their whole approach is about protecting their relationship from the Hollywood machine. Of all the couples we're talking about today, Tom and Zendaya seem the most undeniably legit. They aren't just playing Peter Parker and MJ, they're Tom and Zendaya, and it feels like the real deal. Number 5. Justin and Hailey Bieber, the enduring union. For years, the relationship between Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber has been put under a microscope. They got married in a courthouse back in 2018, and since then they've faced non-stop speculation and drama, mostly from fans still attached to Justin's past relationships. But through it all, they've built a life together, recently welcoming their first child, a son, in the summer of 2024. The best argument for their marriage being real is that it has lasted. They've gone through public scrutiny, serious health scares, and constant comparisons, and they've always presented a united front. Their social media is full of personal, affectionate posts that show a deep commitment. The announcement of Hailey's pregnancy in May 2024 came with a video of them renewing their wedding vows, a pretty powerful symbol. Parenthood seems to have made them even stronger. Justin's recent music has been described as more vulnerable, with sources saying that being a father has deeply shaped his new work. He's even referenced his commitment to Hailey in his lyrics, with lines like, "Gave you a ring, I made you a promise." That kind of public vulnerability and long-term consistency through huge life changes points to a real, evolving partnership. The PR argument is less about their relationship being totally fake, and more about it being mutually beneficial. A stable marriage was a huge part of rebranding Justin from a troubled kid to a mature adult. For Hailey, marrying a global pop star launched her from a known model to a household name, giving her a massive platform for her own brand, Rhode. Skeptics love to analyze their body language in paparazzi shots for any sign of trouble. But honestly, calling a multi-year marriage that has produced a family a stunt seems pretty far-fetched. It's more likely that they have a real marriage, and like any couple, they have good days and bad days. Theirs are just broadcast to the entire world. Number 6. Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez, the billion-dollar romance.
Finally, let's look at a couple from a totally different stratosphere. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos and media personality Lauren Sanchez. Their relationship went public in 2019 amid their respective divorces, and because of the insane amount of money and power involved, people have questioned their motives ever since. Is it a true love match or a strategic merger of power? The PR argument here isn't about selling albums, it's about image. For Bezos, after his divorce from his wife of 25 years, a public relationship with a glamorous, media-friendly woman like Sanchez helped change his image from a nerdy tech billionaire to a guy living his best life on super yachts. For Sanchez, an accomplished journalist and pilot, the relationship launched her into a new level of global influence. Their life is a spectacle of luxury, and their wedding in Venice in June 2025 was a who's who of global power players, from the Kardashians to Bill Gates. To skeptics, this kind of high-level networking and image building looks a lot like a strategic alliance. But there's also evidence of a real connection. They reportedly met years before their relationship became public, bonding over shared interests like philanthropy and space exploration. And let's be real, at their level of wealth, they don't need a PR stunt. Bezos is one of the richest people on the planet, and Sanchez was already very successful. The argument is that they're just two people who fell in love and have the money to live on a ridiculously grand scale. They've been together for over 6 years and seem genuinely inseparable. In their world, love and strategy might not be separate things. Their relationship is, without a doubt, a power merger. But that doesn't mean real love can't be part of the deal. It's probably a mix of both, a genuine partnership that also happens to be a powerful alliance that boosts both of their public profiles. They seem to be having a great time, and the spectacle is just what happens when you have that much money. So what have we learned? From fairytale reunions that crashed and burned, to quiet friendships that blossomed into love, the line between a real relationship and a good marketing plan in Hollywood is incredibly blurry. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. Most of these relationships are probably a messy mix of real feelings, smart timing, and expert brand management. But what do you think? Which of these couples is the real deal, and which one is pure PR? And are there any other couples you want us to look into? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you liked this breakdown, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. We'll see you in the next video.